Fantastic. Awesome. 15 people. Amazing. Thank you all for being here. Very honored. Goal is always 23. Today's a fairly normal day. We were on that space this morning, and the guy has 140,000 followers, and he got 180 people on the call, right? So 100, do some fractions here. It's like 1.2%, right? So I think we have like 16,000 followers. Yeah, so that's where we should be, like 19.2 people. So let's go for 19. That's our new metric. So awesome, 16. Let's fire this up. Let's share some screen. Let's go. I have not looked at OpenSea in a couple days. Let's see what's on there. I saw a couple beauties get sold. Yeah, yeah. Peter, this Peter? Are you talking about Peter the Sixth? If I remember my Roman, we'll take a look at him. Yeah, I like his hat. The Shamrock hat and the halberd there is pretty good. Zombie cap, hat. Yeah. And everything else just gets out of the price point. Okay. Yeah, really only two. Yeah, I think, yeah. 3%, 9%, undead. Oh yeah. Oof. Okay. Yeah, but man, if you can get these for like $20, I don't I don't know how you really go wrong at $20. All right. Shamrock hat. Yep. Halberd. Yep. This is a double three there, 7. This is a pretty rare, and the body is not too rare, but it's a little rarer. Um, no, I mean, yeah, definitely needs re-rolls, but at least you got one roll open. Alrighty. Let's see here. Current. Oh, so the reset's still happening. Okay, great. We'll come back to that. Okay, let's get our talking points up. Any questions? Anybody got any questions for us? Pull this out and put it in the center. There we go. Yeah, with ETH dropping so much, there's a lot of people like wishing they'd price stuff out of the ETH. Any updates on truffles for champs as we had before? Yes. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn, but I think we're going to be doing the like if you have okay, so it'll be quarterly. You'll put in a form, and then once a quarter, we'll do an exchange truffles for champs. And I think we're going to have a minimum of. It's going to be one of the tiers. Remember, we're still working on the tier system to where there's a tons of utility for holding more token. So I think there's going to be a minimum token holding for the truffles for champs, which probably isn't a problem if you're generating enough truffles to swap to champs. You probably have enough token. But yeah, that will be done quarterly, new Scorpio, and it'll be a VIP white glove service, part of the utility that we're building into the tiers. Yeah. So we've been talking about the tiers every week. But yes, it will be quarterly. All right. Any other questions before we fire off? See if Madukri, if we had any from the forum. No, doesn't look like any of those. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I haven't bought. I mean, I have a. I think ETH's my third biggest holding, but I haven't bought an ETH in a long, long time. But I actually was looking to dabble in it. It's at a critical level. Thank you. So I've been stacking powder for about a month because, We're either going to leg down another 20-30%, or we're going to move sideways, and then maybe May we get some love. We'll see. Okay, no questions. Again, thank you everyone. I see some familiar names. See some names I haven't seen in a minute. So awesome. Thank you. All right. We have so much alpha today. I actually almost have to scroll my notes. So yeah, we did the OpenSea review. Nice. Big announcement is the Easter event is coming on the 19th. So the 19th, one day before. You will have 17th. Look at me. Wait. I thought it was on the 20th. I am such an idiot. Wait, I thought Easter was on the 20th. We were doing okay, we're doing on the okay. Yeah, this is why I have to have Madukri here to keep me in check. 3 before, 1 after. Oh, I was doing 1 before. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know. Okay, I have a logical reason I'm doing. Okay. The play to claim sell. We're going to sell 25 play to claims. That's on the 19th. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm reading my notes out of order. There we go. Apologies. So, yeah, Easter starts on 17th. Play to claim of 25 spots on the 19th. That's in writing. Legal contract. Same pricing and setup as before. For the play to claims, I believe it's a maximum of 3 per transaction. Just whatever. Yeah, 1, 3, and 5. Sorry, 1, 3, 5 bundles. Look at me, just all wrong. But this is why we have you here. So that is all done. The truffles for champs, like we've already asked about, is still active. You get a 50% bonus. So if you buy, X amount of champs, you get 50% of that in truffles. Okay. So if you buy 1 million token, you get 500,000 in truffles. Cool beans. Cool beans. I'm trying to maybe do something. Shout out to Nerf. I don't know if he's on here, but I saw him do a reinvestment. He cashed out his truffles and then got his stable coin and then turned around and bought the token. I really love seeing that. That is like the biggest confidence builder that we've got happy people. So I may try to push for some kind of reward for reinvesting. To be determined. Got a huge announcement today. Got an announcement that's been cooking for like a month and a half, actually almost 2 months. We haven't even put out the announcement yet. We're going to put it out after the AMA. Yeah, I guess I'll throw it right here in the beginning, in the middle. So there has been some movement in the C-level suite, the corporate C-level suite. We have had, we've all known that we've moved the corporation. We've moved it from Austria to Wyoming, where it's incorporated, Champs LLC. And that fully takes hold in 16 days because it takes 90 days to dissolve the corporation in Austria. The new corporation's already set up, but it actually takes over the date the other one dissolves. So that will be at the end of this month. And as of Friday of last week, we've had some organizational promotions. I don't think we had any firings or demotions, but we had some organizational org chart updates. And I'm going to pull up actually my little notes here to read because I don't want to paraphrase. Okay. So everyone knows about Connor. Connor has been added as a full-time dev for us. He is available to do as much as we can on work. So he is a great addition. He's been working pretty much nonstop on a bunch of projects that we didn't have any time to do, or we didn't have the technical ability, or it would take too much of resources. He's been a great find. Shout out to Connor. And he is a full stack developer that does front end, back end, and he is now on the development team full time. And we hope to actually down the line, hopefully bring him in as maybe an owner and give him some equity, because we'd like to reward people with equity around here. If you work with us and invest in the company and spend time and energy, that we want to get you some equity, right? So everyone knows Madukri has been amazing. I mean, without her for the last 6 to 9 months, I think the community's heartbeat would have stopped a lot. So Madukri is going to be expanding her role to from community manager. She's going to be heading up merchandising. She's already pretty much done most of that work as far as the first iteration. She is going to be heading up artwork. She's in talk with we have 2 or 3 artists that we work with on a regular. She's also going to be DAO relations. She is, NLO, shout out to NLO. NLO is the dominant gaming DAO. BTB, I'm going to have to do some work and get our guys shaped up, and gals. But NLO, shout out to everyone. JJ, Poison. I know every you guys are back there somewhere. Maybe not, but you guys are awesome. Everyone in LO, Sparkle, just literally everybody. I'm forgetting a ton of people, but you know who you are. We really appreciate you. We're honored by your attention, especially in this market. So Madukari is going to have 3 hats: merchandising, artwork, and DAO relations. She'll still be doing community manager, but we've actually promoted some people. See, you have Frank, you have Riot, and you have them really coming up as mods. So we'll be pulling them up as admins and raising them internally. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, Sparkle. I know JJ wasn't NLO, but I thought Sparkle was. I'm sorry, Sparkle. I apologize. Thank you, keeping me out of trouble, Madukri. This is awesome. So yeah, much respect and honor, Madukari. She has really, really busted her butt, and she's going to be working her way into equity as well. Like, we're already structuring the company in Wyoming. She will be getting equity in the company. That's how we do it around here. If you put in the time and energy and work, and essentially a lot of it, if it's for free in the beginning, we reward you with equity on the back. So Madukari will be integral to moving forward. Andrew has been with me on the marketing team for, my goodness, a year and a half. And he is now going to be the head of marketing. He's been doing business development a lot too. Biz dev takes up a lot of time. Biz dev is literally like turn over 99 rocks and hope you get one. Like, I mean, today he had a discussion with an AI company. Here's a little alpha. We're working towards an AI solution that'll make the Reign of Power Defender more intense, smarter. We don't want the Reign of Power to be an easy win. We don't want it to, um, you know, just be kind of autopilot. All right. So yeah, he's been working on that. So the business development side, he's gonna kind of shift that over to the CEO, and he's gonna be really focusing on marketing and growing our DAO relationships with the Madukari. They've been working a lot together on some initiatives, so they're teaming up on basically showcasing the new Reign of Power. We're calling it Reign of Power Casual, where there's going to be an aspect to Reign of Power that is where anyone can jump in. It's only for new players. You'll have a chance to really compete. Like, we'll have level caps and gear caps and stuff like that, right? So Reign of Power Casual, you will hear a little bit more about that kind of mechanic. So congratulations, Andrew. Thank you. Without Andrew, we'd be in a lot of trouble because he has worked his tail off. I mean, he's got probably over 1,000 hours in this project, and him and Morig and myself, we're the marketing team. We have not taken pay in, I really don't remember the last time we got paid. Um, because we just were like, we're not going to take money out of the project. It's crazy, right? Don't pay us. We're not here for that anyway. So Andrew will have some equity as a head of a C-level. Any C-level position is going to have equity. I may be disclosing too much, but I don't like to lie, and I'm not going to tell everything to the community, but I'm going to tell everything I can. I know I err too much on that side. A lot of people are like, you tell too much, but this is the kind of transparency we like around here. Yes. So Madukari will have some equity. Andrew will have equity. Connor will work towards equity. Rawcat, everybody knows Rawcat. He already has equity. He's one of the founders. He's going to be really becoming the chief design officer. He's been coding a little bit. He's been doing some biz dev. He's been working with Neo Tokyo. He's been doing a lot of different hats. We're trying to streamline that. We're trying to scale now. It's time to scale. Everyone needs to specialize. So the team is very grateful to Rawcat. I mean, he's got 3 years into this thing, thousands of hours, unpaid, and we're very lucky to have his leadership. And he's going to be mainly focusing on new game modes, content, lore, items. The pumpkin seeds in the pan is to the choppa. If you've been here long enough, you know what these phrases mean. and we're really grateful for Rawcat and what he's doing. Obviously, he has equity as well. All right, man. Wow. There we go. Thank you, filling in. Yeah, Altura representing strong right there. We really, and my kid loves your PFP. He's like, when am I gonna see Mandalorian today? And I'm like, okay, well, um, fantastic. We're honored by your vote of confidence. So next up is Matsta. Obviously, a founder has equity. He will be relinquishing his CEO hat. He's been wearing like 10 hats, and his strength, he is one of the best devs. I've had multiple other devs look at the code and be like, this guy's so clean and organized and thoughtful and purposeful in his code. That's what we want him doing. We want him, the project needs dev hours, right? We're ready to scale. We've got a great roadmap. We've got utility. We've got everything pretty much looking great. We're really close. But now it's time to really hammer down on dev hours. And he's assisting Connor, and they're teaming up. Morig is stepping in and doing some high level stuff. Patrick is still jumping in and out, but mainly Matt's is going to be focusing on technical implementation, development, and really focusing on his core strengths. So Matsta, again, very honored, and just like Rawcat, thousands of hours in this project. Wouldn't be here without you. Matt's is the linchpin. He holds all this together. Him and Rawcat are best friends. We're just really lucky to have that team. We really are. So last up is myself, Enoch. I will be leaving the marketing team. Me and Andrew, we got Immutable on, we got Altura on, we've got our partners kind of lined up. We've got our grants lined up. We know what we got to do. We have our metrics. He's going to be taking over the marketing. I'm going to step away from the marketing and really step into the CEO role, which all that means today is from now on, anytime there's a problem or something goes wrong, I am going to take 100% of the blame. I am the person that is where the buck stops. I'm responsible for keeping everyone else happy, but also keeping the community happy. And I want to be the talking point. I'm going to be a front and center CEO, as I've always been. You guys have seen me for years. I will be available, and we are making this together. This is a community effort. It's symbiotic. And if we don't have the ability to communicate quickly and efficiently with each other, we're not going to be able to grow the grassroots community. And that's what we're doing. So, I'm also working with Andrew on the AI initiative. We have 2 AI initiatives coming to Champs. Everyone knows Chat GPT 5 is getting ready to launch. I know the AI hype has kind of died down, but you're going to see, I think, a resurgence of that narrative soon, because the AI models are getting a lot more computational power, and compute's getting cheaper and easier. So you're going to see a lot more AI coming in. I did get into the Altura. Shout out to Altura. I got into their generation beta, where you can generate on-chain NFT content. I haven't used any of my 10 yet. I'm scared to print them. Have you, Philemon? Have you made anything? Can you share anything that you've made? I know we're supposed to post them online. Yeah, if you got one handy, throw it up there. But no, I was in there yesterday, and I was like, I only get 10. I don't want to. Oh, I want to play. Oh, I'm on a boat. So yeah, so that was it, guys. That's the C-level news. Thank you for everyone: Connor, Madukari, Andrew, Rawcat, Mazda, Enoch. Those are the people. Morig is still continuing at 100% capacity. He just didn't really want to step into a C-level spot yet. He will have equity though, because he's just been an OG, and he has. If you have over 1,000 hours in this project, we're going to get you equity. So if you want equity in a company, just start working with us and putting in value, and we'll, like I said years ago, if you add value to us, we'll add value to you. So there we go. Fantastic. And we'll be putting out a formal announcement after the AMA today. We just wanted to leak it to you all first. All right. So let me have a drink of kombucha here. It's actually kvass and kombucha. My wife made me a kvass mixture, which is really good. It's like a bread kombucha. Okay. Yeah. So next, Reign of Power season 3, coming out. Oh, 18. Nice. One more and we hit our metric. 23 is always my goal, but 19 is my new metric. So, Reign of Power season 3 starts. Madukari does it. I think it starts the same time as the Easter event, 17th. All right, cool. I'm like 1 for 4. Great. Um, yeah, so that'll start on 17. Now, here's the twist. I'm already talking to my guild as of an hour ago because I get a little bit of an alpha because I was putting together my notes and I was like, hey, anyone in my guild BTB that can play this time, yeah, I cheated by an hour. I'm an honest person, like I said. But all I've done is kind of said, hey, who wants to play? I haven't really told them anything. But it's pretty simple. It's Reign of Power, just like normal. But if you're in a guild, you get aggregate points, right? So, um, let's say you're not in a guild. You got like if you're not in a guild right now, you should probably holler at a couple people in chat and be like, "Hey, let's form a guild real quick." Because there's gonna be some pretty. We're doing 1,000,000 truffles. We're giving away 1,000,000 truffles and a badge. We're gonna start doing badges a lot because badges will be very, very, flex worthy in 2, 3, 5 years, right? When we look back and go, "Wow." So, it'll just be normal reign of power with aggregate points. So let's say there's 5 NLO people, you add up all their points. So let's say there's 3 BTB, you add up their points. And then if people start their own guild, like it'd be so cool if someone starts a guild at random and beats NLO or beats BTB or beats anybody. That would just be really funny to me. We're gonna announce the prizes the day before the event, so on the 16th. Yeah, total taser face. Like I'm going ham on this competition. I skipped the last one. Um, yeah, it's gonna be bad because I got to rep BTB even if we don't win. So the top 10 prizes will be truffles. There'll be a random prize for just anybody. Okay, yeah, we don't know for sure which one on the hours. It's a great point. No, yeah, Walsney, you cannot sit out at all. Not even a little. No way, man. Um. So yeah, the prizes will be released the day before the event starts, but it's just gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a ton of truffles. Like first place is I don't want to give it away, but it's a lot of truffles. It's 1,000,000 total divided. You can figure the math, but the first 3 spots are pretty lucrative. Um, all of them are okay, but at this point, truffles are truffles because and as everyone saw, the spell books are gone. Here, let's go look in the game real quick. I'm pretty sure the marketplace is completely devoid of mycelium, which you're going to need mycelium for spells. You're going to need. All right, I burnt a lot of spores though. I needed to burn some spores. Um, I've lost my streak so many times lately. It's been out of control. It's like I don't even like. I'm just ashamed to even show that 3-day streak. But you know me, I'm transparent. So, yeah, you're gonna need. I think Maduka, we're not releasing. People in beta test kind of know. Are we releasing how much of each you need to make stuff? I don't think we are. Not yet. Okay. Um, but yeah, you're gonna need mycelium. You're gonna need spell books. You're gonna need essences. I'm not telling you to run out and buy them all right now. I think you'll have enough. But if you're new, and everyone be cool. If you're an OG and you have tons of them, don't go sweep them up. Let the new players get in there. Um, I'm gonna be giving some away. We're gonna have some giveaways sponsored by guilds, and we're gonna make sure everyone gets to craft as many spells as they can and they want, because spells are absolutely gonna change the meta for everyone. You're gonna see um, off the 18th to the 21st. Nice. That's great. BTB, let's go. Um, but yeah, the spells are going to really really shake up everything. The beta testers have already kind of been like pretty excited and happy with it. I don't think we've had any negative response. um, on Sunday morning I woke up yesterday morning and it was absolutely like I had 250 messages overnight in the beta test channel, so people are excited. We hope to, well, I don't know if it's a hope, I'm going to say we're going to release spells with the Reign of Power Season 3. Yes, because honestly, we're going to use it as another beta test, right? So be nice if something goes wrong. Okay. Yes, I was confirmed on that. But yeah, so spells will be going out on the 17th when the season 3 starts with the Easter event. All right. Any questions? I'll stop right there. We're almost at 30 minutes. That's a good natural break. And honestly, I'm flying through these. I've already done 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already done 5 topics out of 7. So moving quick today. Okay, so we'll have a 4v4 casual PvP. Were we taking suggestions on levels? Or no, just yeah, that'll be chaos. 4-on-4 with spells. Like I don't even know what my meta is. Like I haven't got the beta test much, but I've been watching. No, they're that's I'm getting that great segue. Absolutely great segue. But no, the 3 corporate directives we've been working on, and we have this on our Trello board. It's the top item was number 1 is we got to finish up the uh, NFTs for action points, and truffles. We've been in contact with Immutable every day this week. We're doing everything we can to finish up. They had an update on their side, and then we had to update. And I just actually messaged Matt's to see where the ball is, whose court the ball is in. But that's number 1. We got to get those NFTs out because once we start spending money on marketing, when a new player walks in the door, let's say they roll their 6 characters and they play them and they want to play more, we need ways for them to do that, which is to buy action points. And then if they go, well, I want some gear, uh, there's nothing to buy or I don't have any truffles. We want them to be able to buy truffles to buy gear. And then I've been speaking with some people, and myself included. We're gonna sell a lot of items. We're gonna pull like a turtle and just sell some items and kind of have like little contests, like ask a quiz in the chat, and the first person to get it gets the item. We want to help people get items. Right? We don't want people coming to the game and not being able to get good items. Not necessarily overnight, but we want it to be friendly. Um, the second thing, our second directive has been the spells. That speaks for itself. What we're doing. The third has been the Reign of Power, which was with the casual mode. Now the casual mode is not coming out with Easter. We're still working on those hills. That'll be some new content to answer your question, but again, not that much. Yeah, I'm just reading the chat. But we are the next company initiative is the dungeons. We've already got we spoke to Rockat yesterday, and Andrew and his brother, shout out to his brother, have put together an amazing pitch deck. It's almost a schematic for what the dungeons are going to be. I think the light version is 3 pages, and then the full version I want to say is 15 pages. It was a lot. I read through the light version twice and the full version once, and I virtually had no feedback. It was that good, guys. So shout out to Andrew and his brother. Just again, people working for free, coming up with IP, coming up with content. But dungeons is our next big thing, which will be a way for people to grind for unique gear that you can only get in dungeons, for people to be able to grind for mycelium, to generate some revenue for the protocol. So basically, you'll get a set number of entry fee or entrances to the dungeon a day, and then you'll have to either buy buy the entrance, the keys, or the mycelium. We're talking different ideas, but essentially, to get more than your set amount, you're gonna have to buy someone else's, or get lucky and find some, or you're gonna have to buy some from corporate. We're working that angle, but we want people to spend just a couple bucks and then be able to really grind and have fun with the dungeons and have a chance to win gear that you can't get anywhere else. The other alpha is for Reign of Power. We have 2 or 3 ideas that are going to be implemented to where there's kind of a progressive jackpot. Andrew came up with a brilliant idea to where the defender, let's say your defender wins. So let's say it's 20 truffles to attack, and I lose. The defender gets a portion of those truffles, right? There's a couple of variations of that, but essentially not only will you want to take the hill to win champs token and prizes, you're going to want to take the hill and hold it so that when people attack it and die, you make truffles. So now we're creating an income for the player. And yes, season 3 is still free. Yes. Yeah, we're not gonna do any kind of sync on it. Also, I don't want to have any cost on it until you can buy truffles. Because if someone, let's say someone wants to go ham on Reign of Power and they don't have any truffles, then they would be boxed out. And that's no fun. But yeah, so you're got a lot of cool stuff coming with ROP, a lot of cool stuff coming with dungeons, and essentially as soon as those 3 directives I just told you, we'll be all in on dungeons. I don't want to give a timeline yet, but we've already mapped it out. We understand what's going to happen. Rawcat's going to do his magic and really lay it out. But the dungeons have been in discussion for almost a year and a half. Right? We've been cooking them in the background, but we just had to do things in order. So there you go. Let me see what else I got on talking points. Any other questions? We can probably wrap about 4:45. I'm gonna check my chats and see if I've said anything to anyone. Don't think so. Let me check Telegram. Yeah, I mean, I think it is. Um, I've been. I like Walsney. I like how you changed your name so we stop pronouncing it wrong. So it's Cossack. Cossack. I think you told me yesterday. That means blanket. Yes, and Madukri is correct. What we've done now is we're siloing everyone. Everyone's going to have their own silo. Responsibilities are going to be very clear cut. Who has to do what? We've got our budget lined out for the next 6 months, 4 to 6 months. We've got all the money lined up. We know where we're spending it. We know what we got to have happen. Hopefully, the market, knock on wood, gets a little more positive. I mean, the daily average users of Web3 is just low right now. I don't care what project you're in. No one has enough users. Nobody. I mean, even the big projects right now are, and my goodness, even Solana is hitting like record low transactions, right? So, um, everyone's just kind of on hold. It's just kind of a chilled market. Yeah, the devs are they're cooking and they are ready for us to be out of Austria, and they're ready for us to just be in the Wild West to where we can kind of go to town. We don't have to look over our shoulders every decision. And I mean, you would not believe how much money we've spent on lawyers and accountants and regulation in Austria. I'm not being negative. It's just the truth. If I showed you the P&L, you'd be like, that's a pretty good amount, right? Wyoming is pretty much hands off. As long as we don't like maliciously hurt anyone, I think you can pretty much do what you want. Yeah. Any idea when players' items will start being minted in that? So that's a great question. So once we get this next round of NFTs, action points, and truffles, basically cut and pasted, because the play to claim was our first, the free to play and those 2 NFTs were our first foray. Went pretty good, honestly. Knock on wood, we keep that going. But I think everyone would say our mint was pretty clean. We didn't have any major problems. I've been through some really traumatic experiences with mints. Now we're taking it to a different scale to where we can automate it and have it just where basically we just set it and the code just does it. Like this next play to claim is already scheduled to go. Like it's already coded in. It should just start on the 19th, and that's going to be at day switch. If anybody wanted to know the time, the play to claims will go on sale at day switch on the 19th. But yeah, and now, like I said, with me being the CEO, if anyone has a problem, I would prefer you DM me, but you can do it in public too. But at this point, I just wrapped a major project that I've been working on for 2 months on my wife's bakery. We passed a big manufacturing license inspection. It was a big deal, and knock on wood that's done. You never know with government agencies, but I hope they're not listening. They probably are. But I am literally going to be here a lot, like 8 to 10 hours a day now. You guys can just yell at me flame me, send me happy emojis. But I'm gonna be the face, and I want the target on my back. If something's not getting done or addressed, um, just come to me. All right. So I'm gonna check a couple channels. We're gonna do a 5-minute warning. I don't think I have any other chat. Yes, you have hidden government agents. I don't know. The AI is probably everywhere now. Honestly, is there anybody in the chat that we don't recognize? No. Well, wait, yeah, kind of one or two. Not one. Um, I don't want to call them out, but yeah, it was. Anyway, but thank you all. 15 people. This is so fantastic. I really appreciate everyone here. Going to do like a 5-minute warning. I'm going to check all my chats, and we will wrap this thing up. I'm a double, triple agent. Oh, I got some ats here. Let's go see what's going on. Somebody winning a leprechaun. Tia Lissa. There you go. Awesome. Love making $5 while you're listening. After the dungeon, is it gonna be Guild Wars or World Boss? Oh, that was a spirited debate yesterday. Um, I'm gonna really push for World Boss. Um, but it's a vote. But I don't know, Madukri. Do you want to? Where would you vote, Madukri? What are you thinking? I don't know if she wants to say Guild Wars or World Boss, but I'm gonna say World Boss, and I want it to be something. Yeah, I don't know. I want it to be something the players can be a part of. I won't say anything else, but I really want dungeons like as soon as possible though. I'm so excited about it. If I could show you all the stuff on dungeons, it's so good. Like it's gonna be so much fun. Um, and it's the kind of dungeon like some games like if you're in the middle of a dungeon, you can't stop. Like you're on a timer or you could die. But the great thing about our game is like if life happens, you don't lose. You can just stop, right? Um, yeah. Yeah. We've been discussing, you know, PvP mechanics with Connor. Him and Morrig have been discussing in the back. Actually, let me go check that chat right now because I want to know what they've been talking about. Let me type them here. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm gonna get Connor and Morrig on the phone together just so we can speed that up. But yeah, we ultimately want I think the solution we're having is where we would have a tournament, you enter the tournament, it sets your character at a level, right? And empties all your gear, and then you re-gear yourself, you fight in the tournament, and then when you leave the tournament, it puts you back at the level you were. That's but we're trying, we've got to code this thing without causing too much, you know, I'm just reading their comments here. Yeah, so they're doing a bunch of dev talk, to be honest with you, in this chat. So I'm just not gonna do that. But yeah, no, we've got to have more showcasing where we can have PV. We need cash tournaments. Let's just be honest. Your game is not going to succeed unless you have cash tournaments, and then a let it ride feature. Let's say we have a PvP, and you get up and you fight and you win. Well, then the next person that gets up and fight has to pay a higher entry fee, but if they win, they get all the entry fee that you've won maybe. So we create like this like let it ride mechanic to where do you just like stop and go, no, I'm not going to fight anymore, or do you let it ride and get more and more income? But yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, most of our players are got a ton of level 20s, right? And they don't want to drop them down because that's just crazy talk, right? Because I'm not going to grind for another month to get it back up and then kick it down again. Even though to be fair, I've kind of built my teams to like have a squad at each little nexus point of levels, like a 20 and then a 17 and then a 14. But that's not sustainable. We don't want that. So, okay. 2-minute warning. I'm going to check chats again and see if anybody said anything to me. Yeah, very true, man. I don't even get to play as I mean, I played more in the last 24 hours than I've played in the last month. I'm so happy. Like I got to clean up all my foraging. I got to make a ton of ancient gear. Live private poker tournaments. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Scorpio, yeah, 100%. We want that mechanic to where people can host their own. Because ultimately, I want a content creator. I want to pay them $500 to go spin up a tournament on their channel, spin it up in seconds, take a cut. The house takes a cut. Players take the most of it, and then we just move on. Yeah, so that's called our showcasing initiative. But right this minute, we've got to get Reign of Power because that's like a soft PvP. Because a lot of our player base we've talked to, only about a third of our player base want to do hardcore PvP. The majority of our database is very casual, hyper casual, and they don't want the stress of an Axie PvP, kind of situation. So, but yeah, absolutely, that's on the list, 100%. All right, so one more minute. I see people typing, and I have some messages. Let me see. Oh, that's no problem there. So yeah, we will have badges for the Easter event. We will have badges for season 3. We will have the formal announcement about the sea level changes. Um, yeah, awesome. Well, thank you. Yes, I am honored. Like I said, I am honored every time you guys are here. Thank you. Y'all have a great week. We will see you next week, and then actually, I guess we'll see you on Thursday. I'll see you on the hills, people, with some spells. Get ready. All right, stream on, people. That's true. That's true, New Scorpio. It might, yeah. Awesome. Thank you all. Walsney, I'm gonna wait, or Caustic, I'm gonna wait till you. I see you typing. I'm not gonna leave you. Yeah, I have to hire someone to play for me. Remote computer in. Cheers. Thank you, everyone. Bye now.